all the young people online who were talking about fox hunting. And they were talking about, Heather Humphreys, she's pro fox hunting. We don't want any of that.
Rural pursuits.
And it's like, well, Sinn Féin also voted down Ruth Coppinger's bill on fox hunting as well. So, like, I mean, how would you join these dots? Like, when you say it's appalling for Heather Humphreys to support this, but we also love this.
So they were almost lucky in a way that they were able to sort of pick and choose, like a pick and mix of the best parts of the left. That if you liked Labour's stance on one thing and the Soc Dems on another and the Shinners on something else, it was like a lefty salad and you get the best bit.
I think so, but I think, like, as you mentioned there, Richard, like, just the optics of seeing those leaders shoulder to shoulder, like seeing Holly Kearns stand beside Mary Lou MacDonald, is a very powerful image, actually, and one that shouldn't be underestimated, especially given that you have two men leading Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, even just from a female vote perspective, to see those two women standing shoulder to shoulder working together. Yes, those two parties have varying differences on a lot of issues, but as you mentioned, Richard, the fact they can work together now, they've there's a template there for working together. It's not going to be without its challenges, Gavin, but there's a base there to work from.
It's a kind of real proof of concept, actually, because if the legendary bit has always been, the first thing on the agenda is the split, and people always sort of pan or caricature the left as not being able to work together. Well, it's unusual circumstances, and it's only what we call a second order election, in that you're not changing the government. And there's always a case, and I said this to a few of them on the floor in Dublin Castle, and they all recognised it. People are more comfortable voting left when they don't think it's going to hit their wallet. Because if they don't think there's going to be any economic change, they're always a little bit more comfortable about it.
I think people's wallets are being hit right now.
That's true. Yeah, so they probably feel like, what could be worse?
Like, people's wallets are pretty light at the moment as it is.
But the point about the symbolism of all those leaders sort of being intermingled with each other, that was like the one thing that I came away from Dublin Castle just really struck by, because it wasn't even just the case of, the Shinners are on the floor and they're all together, and then the Soc Dems are beside them but all together, and then Labour, whatever. They were all interspersed. And I remarked it to some of them, and they said that when they were at the first joint events, like the campaign launch, and they were all on stage together, they were all kind of looking at each other going, this is a bit weird, isn't it? But by the end of it, it's not in the slightest bit weird. They think of it as being a completely natural reflex thing, that they should all be, all in each other's pockets, all intermingled, and they don't think anything odd of that at all.
No,
and that might be the legacy.
It's been a massive team building exercise. It's been a watershed moment for sure.